Hey everyone, Tankenstein here, and welcome to this week's episode of Stock to Spaded. In this episode, I'll be showcasing the Sd.Kfz.234-2, otherwise known as the Sd.Kfz.234-2, which is a currently Rank 2 battle rating 3.3 light tank in the German Ground Forces tech tree. This is probably one of the most popular light tanks in the entirety of Warthunder because of its speed and overall versatility, with a pretty decent cannon, meaning that oftentimes you will have people in up tiers, in full up tiers, seeing this vehicle being used to cap bases. Even at top tier, this will be seen fairly often. That being said, as always, with Stock to Spaded, I'll be doing 3 matches. First match will be totally stock, so you can see exactly how this plays at fully stock. Second match will be about halfway spaded, so again, you can see exactly how it is around halfway spaded, so you know exactly what this vehicle feels like if you are going to decide grinding it. And then finally, it will be fully spaded in the third match, so you can see whether or not this vehicle is worth your time to purchase and go all the way through until, again, it is fully spaded. So that being said, let me know what you guys think about this type of video in the comments below. Of course, if you have any suggestions for improvement, I am all ears. But either way, let's get into it. So here we are, fully stock, and one thing that is important to note is that I am actually playing this fully stock. I've never played this vehicle in a match. And you might be asking yourself, but how? You have the Leopard 2s and whatever else. That's correct. But I've been playing this game for so long that I've actually had this vehicle, or I've actually had the Leopards and all that. I've grinded through more or less the entirety of the German tech tree well before this was even an option to unlock. So this is actually something I had to go back and unlock after I had grinded well past it, which also brings up some other concerns, I guess you could say, in that there are so many vehicles being added to Warthunder that it's making it like it was way easier for me to grind to the top of the German tech tree a few years ago than it is now. So because you have to grind through a whole bunch of other vehicles, or at very least unlock a whole bunch of other vehicles. So that said, I always like to kind of skirt the edges here. One of the great things about this vehicle is that it actually has a very capable 50mm cannon. It's probably, I would say, similar enough to an M4 Sherman in terms of armor pen. It's got fairly similar. It's not anything crazy good, but over 100mm is definitely serviceable. Now, it is, of course, a 50mm shell, so it doesn't have all that much HE filler in it, unfortunately. However, it's pretty similar to the long 75 on the Panzer IVs, so you're not really losing out too much in that regard. Probably the main thing here that really sucks with this vehicle is going to be its turret reverse. This is almost, in a way, kind of like a meh version of the Concept 3. I don't know if you guys are at all familiar with that, but the Concept 3, I do have a Stock to Spaded on that, believe it or not, if you guys ever want to check that out. Hopefully... Okay, come on. Oh, we have a target down there. For whatever reason, my vertical drive just is not working all that well. Okay, here he is. Got a driver and transmission hit. That works for me. Now, that's one of the problems with the 50mm shells, is that while they are definitely good, they just lack a lot of... is that kind of going to help? They do lack a lot of post-pen damage insofar as solid shot is concerned. He's still looking down here. Such a nice high-velocity 50mm cannon. Okay, got the machine gunner and didn't get. Jeez, he still has a. Oh, that scared the Bojangles out of me. Of course, because I do not have any sort of repairs, any sort of parts, I do have to go back to the base. And just bear in mind, guys, whenever I record Stock to Spaded videos and all that, I want them to be as authentic as possible. I'm not trying to make like a 50 kill match or something like that where it's just like I'm dumping on people. Of course those are cool, but I want it to be legitimate. Like this is something where it's like, you guys should know how this vehicle is to play, and not just in ideal circumstances. That would not be fair to you guys, nor would that be true to the legacy, or at least really not the legacy, but rather the format of stock to spaded. You know, this is much more than just kind of trying to show off that I am X or Y skilled. You know, it means way more to that, more than that to me, and I don't want to, you know, just show you guys the best of the best all the time. I want to show you guys as best as I can what, you know, is a relatively average match, and this is the first match I've actually ever used this vehicle in. So bear that in mind. This is about as real as it's going to get. Woo! Got lucky. Now immediately I am noticing that this turret traverse rate is bad. Now I do have this crew fully experted. It's not aced out, but it does have expert crew rating. I think it only costs like 10,000 SL, so it's pretty accessible to most people, I would assume. And even with that, the turret traverse sucks. The reload rate is really nice. It's only like 4 seconds, I think. So it is pretty good. Is that? No, that's not an enemy. I'm going to shoot right through. So that's one thing you're probably going to want to end up doing with this, is just using your cannon to go right through a lot of these things. Also, if you want to create some pyrotechnics, there is always the option for that. Got the kill! Very nice. Now, this 50mm cannon is just saucy. Very, very nice. It looks like... Okay, that's not an enemy. But, again, just thus far, what I'm noticing, the strengths of this vehicle are going to be its speed, its cannon, and also its overall maneuverability, as one could imagine. But in terms of weaknesses, that's bad. Oh, got the Churchill. But in terms of weaknesses, you know, this vehicle does have, obviously, poor armor. It's got a middling turret traverse. I don't know how I didn't die. Ah, okay, there you go. Poor armor on display. Got wrecked by a 50 cal. So that said, not too bad. First match ever with this vehicle. 1 zone cap, 4 targets destroyed, 1 assist, likely 2 assists once my allies take out that Wolverine. None too shabby, and most of that was with a largely dead crew. So I cannot complain about that match. That said, let's get into the next match, see what we can do, but thus far, I am very, very impressed with the Sd.Kfz.234-2. Let's get into the next match, halfway spaded. So believe it or not, that first match was actually enough to get this thing about halfway spaded, which is bonkers to me, because that was actually a really good first match. Again, I had like 1,800 points fully stock. And so with that, I got the crew replenishment, of course, parts. I got the fire extinguishers, and I did get the horizontal turret drive, as well as filters and smoke grenades. So a lot of utility items, but also, I mean, like, what I will tell you now is that even though the horizontal turret traverse is still not fantastic, or even good, it's at least, like, mediocre +1. You know, it's not that terrible, and is actually somewhat usable, at least when you're talking about open spaces, and kind of, especially when you use your vehicle to turn as well. That will help out tremendously, because this does have, what is that, all-wheel steering, it looks like. So it does function very nicely with that. Now, additionally, just based on that performance in my first match, I'll also tell you guys this. This thing is very good stock. Like, very good, because its best shell is pretty good. You know, it's got about 100mm of armor pen. Okay. Yep, I know. Perfect. Got that guy. Oh, good. Can he turn down? Got the kill. And it looks... I think there's a Sherman somewhere around here as well. Yes, there is. But this thing just has very good armor pen. It actually has serviceable, at least what I would consider to be serviceable, explosive filler, like around, what, like 30 grams of it, which isn't bad. It's got very good, I mean, it's just excellent reload rate. So, yeah, while it does have a relatively small shell, 50mm, it still has pretty good armor pen. Like, you're going to go through most enemies while firing it. And again, ooh, man, everybody's killing these people before I even have the chance. But I do have 4 assists. I got 4 assists. Holy guacamole. But yeah, I mean, overall, this thing is thus far very, very impressive. Lightly armored. But this match should hopefully, at least thus far, have shown kind of what adding those various mods does. And I think it does make a pretty big impact. Like that, having that extra traverse is very, very nice. Something that cannot be overlooked. Having the smoke grenades, I've not actually had to use them yet, but they are nice. I've tested them out in test drive. And, I mean, the filters, I don't really think that that's all that big of a deal, but it is adding up to finally, you know, be the full, I guess, kit and caboodle, so to speak. When you add the transmission and engine, that's when you get the full shebang when it comes to mobility with this. And I think that there is a little bit of better. It is slightly better, of course, with the filters, but it's not really so noticeable. I'm going to come around here. Okay, we have an enemy right here. Oh, buddy. Uh-oh. Got him. Okay. Oh, that's another one. Oh, buddy. Holy guacamole. That's what I'm talking about. 50mm cannon. Very nice. I'm going to try to go up over here. I saw Wolverine down there. Okay, he's clearly right here. So I'm going to try to come around. Okay, that is a KV. Got a crit on him. Awesome. Okay. Didn't get the kill. Okay, he sees me. He's gonna kill me. Okay, whatever. It was a little stupid on my part. But again, really, really nice results. 3 kills, 4 assists, 1,600 points basically. Man, that's halfway spaded. Let's get fully spaded now. Actually, you know what? I decided this is still the halfway spaded match. I had an extra vehicle backup, so I wanted to get back into this thing, see if I can push it any farther than I already am, because that first result, that first life was very, very good, very promising. And, you know, of course, I think one of those assists was probably from, like, a double assist, because when you scout an enemy and you also kill it same time or something like, or if you scout an enemy and shoot it, you'll actually get 2 assists here. So I think that may have happened once, maybe twice. But, you know, either way, still a really good result. So I'm going to try to build on that now with an additional strike on the C point. Hopefully we can actually get something done here. Not entirely sure. But, yeah, I mean, overall, just halfway spaded. Again, extremely impressive. This thing was impressive even beforehand, but man. Okay, we have an enemy right there. Okay, we have that really zesty reload rate. Got the loader. And all I need is... Wow, this guy knew exactly where not to look. Nice. Okay, I will accept that assist. We have another jabroni over here. Got something. Now, these guys are surprisingly difficult to actually pen. I should be able to shoot one more shell at him before he does anything, and it looks like he did hit me. Did he get the kill? He got the kill. Okay, I'm still getting more and more assists. That's another thing that you will notice with this vehicle. Not that it's a bad thing. In my opinion, assists are very, very good. They are very important, especially as a scout. I mean, I've got 7 assists right now. You know, if you get scouting assists, that's totally cool. You know, if you get assists, that's totally cool. Never worry about getting an assist. That is just like, don't have to steal people's kills in order to do well in this game. I'm gonna start capping the base in a second. I just want to go ahead and try see if I can hit him. There we go. Got the gunner and another assist. Wow, okay, not too bad. 7 assists. A lot of those were from scouting, but again, this thing is a beast scout. So here we are, finally fully spaded, and let me just tell you guys this. This is pretty much me being fully spaded. Going from stock to fully spaded is almost quite literally the result of the 2 matches I've shown you thus far in this video. That has given me about 90 or 95% of the RP I've actually gotten from this vehicle thus far. I did have like 2 matches, I think, where I died after maybe getting a kill or a base cap or something. And while those are, of course, accurate representations of this vehicle, more so those are representations of my performance in those matches, and it wasn't good. So why would I want to show you guys, like, what, 2 or 3 videos where I die instantly? That just doesn't do anything to the point of this vehicle, to this video in total. Now, that said, what I can tell you is that fully spaded, this thing is an absolute beast. This thing is just a scout vehicle and then some. This is easily one of the best scout vehicles at any BR that I've ever used in Warthunder. I mean, it is phenomenal how good this thing is being used as a scout vehicle. Okay, we have some enemies over there, I think. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, that was nasty sauce. Very good. Cannot complain about getting a kill like that, man. Okay, I do see that guy over there. Okay, it looks like it's another Sherman. Maybe. But some things with this vehicle that I can easily tell you is that it's very good. Its cannon is excellent at relatively low BR. This is probably one of the best 50mm cannons in Warthunder. The problem with it, however, is that at range, it doesn't really do a ton. It doesn't have the most insofar, like most post-pen damage, which is kind of a problem. You know, you will notice a lot of the time you'll have what would be a killing shot in other vehicles, not be a killing shot with this. Hopefully I don't die. Either way. Aside from dying right there, of course, I mean, again, that's one of the big weaknesses of this vehicle. A lot of vehicles might not have died from that artillery, or the SPAA, but I did. Now, of course, that was a much more powerful SPAA, and I am in a total up tier, but those are things you do have to worry about. I mean, this thing only has, what, 30mm of armor at most? It's really, really bad on armor. But, of course, that gives you the mobility that it has. And it's got nearly 20 horsepower per ton, which at 3.3 BR is just fantastic. This thing's just wunderbar when it comes to its overall mobility. Got the loader, gunner, and finished him off. Very nice. But that's what I mean. You're not going to get every shot being a one-hit kill, you know, unfortunately. And can I spot him from here? Ooh, that was a misfire and then some. Or rather, like, probably a negligent discharge might be a good way to put that one. I just screwed that one up real bad. But yeah, I mean, overall, what will I say about this vehicle? It is fantastic. This vehicle is pretty much everything that I could ever want. I'm going to die here, I know that. That's fine. But this vehicle is just phenomenal. The Sd.Kfz.234-2, despite kind of my negligent type of gameplay in that last match right here, I'll tell you this. It is just top-notch, fantastic. Even just not even playing with my head on my shoulders, I still got 4 kills, 1 assist. Very, very easy, and I probably could have had 5 kills if I had just hit that Cromwell. So, yeah, I mean, this thing is fantastic. 100%, go ahead, grind it. Stock is excellent. It's got a great shell, and anytime that you have a great shell, stock with a tank, that is a huge bonus, and thankfully, German tanks typically have their best shell as their stock shell. Halfway spaded, still very good. Fully spaded, even better, even though, of course, right there I kind of screwed up a little bit, but again, bear in mind, fully up-tiered match. Either way, thanks again, guys, and, you know, please, of course, like, comment, subscribe, but either way, I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.